This game is called This War of Mine, and before it comes to Android, it already published in PSP, and there are some moments in This War of Mine that are uniquely and flinchingly difficult to play through. Moments that make you realize just how powerful and terrifying a medium video games can be. And they are not conjured with bombastic set pieces or galloons of pixels. They are tiny snatches of conversation drifting up to you from a basement, red circles suddenly moving towards you in the gloom. So basically this is a survival game, but we are not playing a veteran or a experienced warrior. They're just a civilians that wants to live. This game is set during a conflict in a fictional nation. You control 3 survivors trying to keep surviving. You begin in a wrecked house that's mainly filled with rubble and a few supplies, like this video, this gameplay. Alright, during the day you work and sleep and eat. During the night, one of you has to scavenge. You interact with the world by tapping on it. There are places where you can search, fix, and a workbench where you can create new things. Tapping on beds lets you sleep and tapping on chairs lets you sit down. It's when you scavenging that the threat of the conflict becomes real. In your house, you are bored, like now, and sad, and angry, and scared also. Outside, you fear for your life at every turn. You need to find food, supplies, but there are other survivors, and they are not almost all of them are not friendly. In fact, some of the worst experiences you will have stem from your nighttime excursion. The bombed out ruins of the city are unfriendly at best and harrowing at worst. There are not so much shades of grey as degrees of pitch black. That the game managed to create such difficult situation with such a small set of mechanics is almost remarkable. The fear that grips you when you see someone moving towards you will stop your heart. Just play this game and you will know. And often you will run away empty-handed rather than risk confrontation. This game is rated as the best game of 2015 in Android Authority and rated good or best in some Android portal. This War of Mine is published by 11-bit Studios. You can play it on Android tablet and iPad. The genre is action simulation. You only play yourself, no multiplayer available. And the file size is around 376 megabyte. Okay. This War of Mine is a horrible game of juggling life and death in one of the very worst situations imaginable. Sorry, that was my WhatsApp notifications, and it handles it delicately, carefully, and with the sort of understanding that many accuse video games of being incapable of. So, play this. It's on discount now. If you have not already played this brilliant, heart-wrenching game, then mobile is as good a place as any to let it completely destroy you. So, it's 7.99 pounds sterling or $9.99, but when it's not on sale it will be $15 or $20. Also, I just checked on Play Store and it's $15. Shivers. So maybe I just read another reviews again from other gamers. This one from Race N. Once I got over the idea of one of my people dying and not restarting, I really began to enjoy it more. Plus, a new person shows up the following day most of the time. Great review, I couldn't agree more. This game is classic and filled with thrills, critical thinking and lots of emotion. But Bob said, this game actually sounds like the zombie apocalypse game I've been wishing someone would make for years. Yay! I know this isn't a CA game, but it sounds like it has all the things that I've wanted in a CA game. Yeah, it absolutely is. I think easily the best easily the best apocalypse game on the market right now for Android. This also holds a lot of emotional weight and story about war. Just brings it all together. Of course, yeah, there's nothing to keep them from adding zombies in a future update. This game is beautifully executed down to the smallest detail and graphics, and I love it. Well worth the asking price for sure. So if or when this goes on sale, I highly recommend picking it up to those who feel it's too expensive for their wallet. Haha. To be honest, I did struggle a bit to learn the ropes, but now I'm enjoying it every day. Makes me sad every time one of my survivors died too, but life goes on. A review from Ezra's. A review from Nicholas Johansson. In my view, a good game entertains, while a great game creates a lasting impression of being entertained. This word of mine goes beyond that. From Padre Tomasito. There are real stories of survivors of real tragedies. Authors of this game made a lengthy effort to gather a lot of data from people involved in real war, conflicts, their families, etc. And John Casey Kaiser agrees with that. I can vouch for that. I was one of the people who was brought on to help and provide them with experience. This is the guide from a noob. Guide for playing this war of mine. Pro tips from Noob. Always focus to build first. Radio. To get informed about everything what's going on. Pets. 2 are enough. A must do first. If not, survivors can rest well. The third to build a stove? Having cooked meals are better than wasting eating raw food. Improve it ASAP if Bruno isn't in your party. In this gameplay, Bruno is in our party. Next one is Metal Workshop. Build it ASAP and craft the crowbar. It's way much better than lockpicks. If you have lockpicks, you may want to save them for later, like robbing someone. Upgrade when you can. Having saw blades are very useful to access some areas with very nice loot, and a hatchet will be useful when winter is coming. And then board up and reinforce door. This will prevent you getting raided, especially if you don't have Roman. Roman is a character with the strongest guard. Remember that. Racing is recommended especially if your party is only women. But Slada is an exception. Or elderly. Trap for animals. Good for long term to get your own food. A good advice is get fertilizer when scavenging to get food faster, and scavenging for food less a priority, so build 2 as soon you can. And then you build herbal garden or vegetable garden, a later game thing to build to get vegetables and get even more food, making your party self-sufficient. However, you need a lot of resources. Materials, wood pieces, lots of electrical pieces to craft and upgrade. And then rainwater collector. Build 2 if your temperature is above 20 degrees Celsius. 1 if temperature is less than 17 degrees Celsius. Don't build it if 12 degrees Celsius. Or if it's winter, as it's useless and you will smelt snow instead. Always get water every day, especially in later game. Guitar, but get guitar if only if Slada is on your party, or also Roman or Cassia, as they play the guitar very well. This will make your survivors happier. If you haven't enough food for everybody, feed them every 2 days to save food. Also, try rush to upgrade stove. You will save a lot of resources when cooking with the improved stove. But making Bruno less useful here. Avoid doing bad things as they make your survivors sad. If they get depressed, they might either leave the shelter and steal your things, or suicide and make your survivors even sadder. If someone is sad, give him alcohol or put him to sleep for a day or 2. Instead, try to do good deeds like helping neighbors and killing bad guys. They will be content and their movement speed is increased. Also, feeding them at normal state will make them happy and well fed. Whenever you can, scavenge only for materials when you need to upgrade your shelter. If not, try to focus gathering food or aiding. Canned food is the best as it's good as cooked meal, and you don't need to waste materials to craft. Bandages and medicine are a must for emergency. If you have too many, you can trade them with Franco for a very high value. Herbal meds are less useful, but their value is still high for trading, so get them too. Get at least 10 books in your shelter. This will make survivors happier. Also, watch out survivors' addiction, as if you don't bring coffee or tobacco or for certain characters, they will become sad. Always trade with Franco things that you don't think you will need for what you really need, like food or bandages, medicine if it's a real emergency. If not, trade for only materials, especially components and wood, as this will save you several nights of scavenging. Avoid dangerous places unless you have firing weapons and skill, or you are very skilled for stealth kills. If you are going to massacre people, Roman and Arika are the best, as Roman is trained in combat and Arika is best for silent kills, also because they both can backstab from behind. Boris and Pavle is also an option, but only if you have firing weapons, as Boris is strong and has the highest health but is slow, and Pavle is better hit with hit and run tactic. Hope this guide will help, and sorry for long comment. Thank you for listening to me. You may continue to watch the gameplay. Yeah, okay. Goodbye.